Well, it took him more than 24 hours, but the breaking and totally unsurprising news of the night is that Donald Trump, on his way into that restaurant tonight, finally said the words, "It's not my signature." And in the same sentence, Donald Trump threw in a lie. Quote, "It's not the way I speak, and anybody that's covered me for a long time knows that's not my language."
Donald Trump has finally broken his silence on the Epstein birthday book scandal. But instead of clearing things up, he's only raised more questions. Tonight, we look at Trump's denial, his language slip, and what survivors of Epstein's abuse are demanding from him.
It's not my signature, and it's not the way I speak. And anybody that's covered me for a long time knows that's not my language.
Donald Trump didn't say which words in the Epstein birthday book letter with his signature are not his language. The night the Wall Street Journal first published the letter on July 17th, I was among those who at first thought enigma was an unlikely word for Donald Trump to use. But then we immediately, in about a 4-second Google search, found video of Donald Trump correctly using the word enigma at one of his rallies in his first campaign for president.
Question's an enigma to me. I didn't say it.
Trump insists the letter isn't his, but as Lawrence O'Donnell points out, every single word in that note, from happy birthday to wonderful secret, is basic vocabulary, except one, enigma. And yes, Trump has used that word before.
The other word in the Donald signed birthday message to Jeffrey Epstein is in the vocabulary of the average first grader in America. Donald tells Jeffrey in that message, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey." And Donald says, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." What do you mean that's not my language? That's everyone's language. And so, in the very same sentence, when Donald Trump said tonight, "That's not my signature," he lied and said, "That's not my language." Of course it's your language. It's everyone's language. Even enigma is your language, Donald. Donald Trump was then asked a question to which he convincingly said, "I haven't even thought about it."
So Trump's excuse doesn't hold up. But even more shocking is what he said about meeting Epstein's survivors. He claimed he hasn't even thought about it. Think about that. Not once.
We are real human beings. This is real trauma.
Donald Trump called them a hoax. While the Epstein survivors outside the Capitol last night were speaking, Donald Trump called them a hoax. He dehumanized them while they were speaking. He said in clear Trumpian language, "They're not human beings to me. No one should listen to them. They're a hoax." When the survivors were told what Donald Trump said about them outside the Capitol, some of them responded.
We're here in person. To say that it's a hoax is just not. Please humanize us. I would like Donald J. Trump and every person in America and around the world to humanize us, to see us for who we are and to hear us for what we have to say. There is no hoax. The abuse was real.
And that's the real truth. Trump hasn't thought about the survivors. Survivors who begged him to use his influence, begged him to simply acknowledge their pain. Instead, he dehumanized them, the same way Epstein and Maxwell did.
None of us are up there accusing him of anything. There is no one that is accusing him of any wrongdoing. So for the fact that he is saying those things and saying it's a hoax, who are you hiding for then? Because if it's not you, then who is it? And that scares me. Who is it?
While survivors spoke out in Washington, Trump called them a hoax. That's the word he chose, a hoax. Even survivors who once voted for him are now asking, if it's not you, Mr. Trump, Who are you protecting?
I'm not a forensic expert, but it looks like his signature.
The White House has denied that. They've said that it's not his. The whole thing is a hoax. I mean, are they hurting their own case here?
It's a hoax, 10, 20 years in the making, if the letter is a hoax, it seems like.
So Donald Trump insults your intelligence by wanting you to believe that 22 years ago, a page was inserted in a bound volume for Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday party with what appears to be Donald Trump's signature on it, while Donald Trump was a close friend of Jeffrey Epstein's, and that's a fake. Donald Trump wants you to believe he was the only close friend of Jeffrey Epstein's who did not contribute to the Epstein birthday book. Today, Epstein's survivor, Liz Stein, said this.
Well, I think it's important for people to understand that the birthday book was produced by the Epstein estate. So it's coming right from the source. And I think that we should all take a close look at some of the messages in there. They were extremely familiar and intimate. And I think that we're looking at a pattern of behavior with Epstein and some of his friends that has been going on for decades. And this birthday book is just more proof of that. This is incredibly traumatizing for us to have this ripped open again, and for us to have to revisit this and see this on the news and in popular culture every day, everywhere we go. But on the flip side of that, I think that we're all encouraged that the estate is finally turning over some documents, because more than our discomfort in reliving this trauma, we want to see justice. And we are willing, as survivors of this crime, to do whatever we have to, that without putting ourselves in danger, to really get to the bottom of this. And so I think that we are encouraged by anything new that's coming out.
And the scandal isn't ending here. The Epstein estate has promised to release more documents. This is not a dead issue, no matter how many times Trump claims it is. Every new file brings us closer to the truth, and every denial makes Trump look more desperate. So here's the reality. The survivors want justice. Congress wants answers, and the evidence is stacking up. Trump can keep shouting hoax, but when the signatures match and the documents keep coming, how long can that denial hold? That's the question tonight.